Hello everybody and welcome back to One Obsession at a Time. I am your host Anastasia Lara and we are in week 4 of my alternate day fasting obsession, and honestly this week has been absolutely crazy. I've learned more about my body in the last 7 days than I think I have in a long time, and I have also had a win that I still can't quite believe. I have lost 30 centimetres from all over my body. I'm not sure how many inches that is. Is that 10 inches, 9 inches? I'm not sure. But that is a lot for me, I think. And that is such a good sign that my inflammation is dropping, my body is healing, and that things are finally kicking into gear. So I am so excited to start week 4. Let's talk about what last week taught me, because last week felt really different from weeks 1 and 2. Weeks 1 and 2, I was really just finding my groove. Week 3 was quite difficult, and the first few weeks were really very fresh and quite exciting. And last week, reality hit home. Like, I actually can't do this without learning some valuable lessons. And I think I have just seen this obsession become less of a sprint and more just sort of settling in and understanding myself a bit more. And I have slowed down enough to actually learn something. Like, the idea that I can take an obsession and not forget about that obsession 2 weeks in is feeling really good. And all right, well, let's talk about the biggest discovery of last week, and that was that high-carb feast days make me feel absolutely horrible. And I really hated this revelation because I did not want to think about food at all. I wanted to fast on my fast days and I wanted to eat normally on my feast days. But on the days that I have been eating higher carb meals, I felt horrible, like put me to bed horrible. That's how bad I felt. I felt really bloated, like a big basketball had just inflated in my stomach, uncomfortable, like I could actually feel my pants getting tighter. I didn't want to eat dinner. I was like really in the afternoon going, oh my gosh, I don't even think I can eat dinner tonight. My body made it really, really clear that it was not working for me. And honestly, I just really have to listen to that. As much as I wanted to go into this and just enjoy my feast day and go, well, I didn't eat yesterday and so I can have this lasagna today. No. Maybe I can just have lasagna, but I can't have oats for breakfast, or I need to adjust it. I'm not quite sure exactly what that will look like yet, and I don't want to be restrictive. I really, really, really don't. So I'm going to play around with that a bit. But honestly, I just have to accept that, and accepting that is feeling a little bit like a relief, and it's feeling a little bit like I have grown. I can accept that about my body. I'm learning these lessons, and yeah, it actually feels really good. So my fasting days are going to need a little bit of structure. I'm not going to be counting calories or anything like that, but I need to put a little bit more planning and a little bit more awareness into what I'm eating. So I definitely need to prioritize my protein, a healthy protein like eggs or chicken or, I don't know, lean beef, I suppose, more vegetables, and some just balanced meals. I've been reading again Intermittent Fasting for Women by Megan Ramos, and fat is really important. And I think I was going, well, lasagna's got a bit of fat in it, it's got beef, it's got a bit of cheese, but they're not the healthy fats that I need. So I really do need to think about that. And luckily today I am going to be going grocery shopping, so I can actually make some shopping decisions based on my newfound enthusiasm for planning my feast days properly. So that's really good timing for me. Okay. The other lesson I have learnt this week is amazing, and that is my body is responding fast to this. I am losing centimetres, and the inflammation is finally melting away. Like, you would not believe it, but before I started fasting, I actually measured lots of different parts of my body. So I measured things like my thighs, and the way I measure those is I just step my foot up on top of the toilet seat, because I measure myself in the bathroom because I can lock the door, and I put my foot up on top of the toilet seat and I wrap the tape measure around my thigh with it, it's not flexed or anything. And I do it around the thickest part of my thigh, and I actually lost 4 centimetres off both of my thighs. So impressed about that. I've also lost about 8.5 centimetres off my waist, and that is huge because I haven't lost so much off my hips. So that tells me that I'm losing that awful stomach fat, that really unhealthy fat that I need to be getting rid of to improve all of my health markers. So, amazing. And I'm so proud of myself for sticking with this longer than 2 weeks. And I want to thank you guys, because honestly, checking in on here every day and knowing that people are listening, and I hope that I'm helping you in some way, has really kept me motivated as well. It's been really wonderful, so thank you for that. So this is so interesting. I went into alternate day fasting thinking I don't want to think about my food, I don't want to focus on diet, I want the fasting to do all of the work for me. And yes, for the most part, fasting days do most of the heavy lifting, but now I'm realising that my feast days are equally as important, and I do need to have the same discipline that I have on a fast day, and I need to apply that to my feast days as well, because that is where the magic is happening, guys. And I'm realizing that this isn't in a restrictive way, but my body really does prefer to be treated well. And I was just listening to a book this morning about raising your vibration, and I do love all things, positivity and raising your vibration, and the food that you ingest into your body is a big part of that. So I need to raise the vibration of the food that I'm eating on those days and do it in a way that is treating my body well. And because I want to feel incredible on my feast days as well. I don't want to overindulge to the point where I actually feel rubbish, and that has happened a couple of times lately. So we're not doing that anymore. And this just feels so empowering for me to have realised that and to be making this decision. So this has definitely been the week where everything has started to slot into place. It's not just been I fast and I feast, because obviously when I first went into this, I was really simplistic about the way I was thinking about that, because I felt I just wanted it to be simple. I didn't want to overcomplicate it for myself, because I know the more rules and restrictions I put on myself, the more likely I am to fall off the plan, So I have been listening to my body, learning a lot about my body, and I am going to be really looking after myself. I don't want to fight my body. I really want to just work with it. So let's talk about the 30 centimeters. Did I feel smaller? Has my scale gone down significantly since week 2? No, it hasn't, but my measurements are moving, and honestly, that is the most exciting part of this journey so far. And it is also what is so motivating for me this week. That is going to keep me going this week. And because I really want to see a shift in the scale, I have a number in my head that I'd really like to get to. And I'm not far from that. I know I'm not far from it, but even though I know that weight isn't everything, because obviously I'm undergoing some body recomposition and other amazing things are happening in my body right now, I still want to hit that number. So I'm aiming to hit that number by the end of this week. I'm going to do my alternate day fasting, and I'm going to concentrate on healthy eating on my feast days, and I'd like to see that number by the end of the week. Let's see how we go. So if you're doing this alternate day fasting with me, or you're thinking about starting, please watch your feast day patterns and what you are eating. And I don't say that from a judgmental place, but just a really curious one. Your body is going to be giving you clues about what's working, and it'll show you exactly what works and what doesn't. And thank you for listening. If any part of this helped, please share it with your fasting bestie or message me on Instagram. Join the Facebook group. I do have a Facebook group. It's the One Obsession at a Time Facebook group. And it would be lovely to see you there, and also hit follow on this podcast if you would like to hear the next part of my journey, and if you want me to cheer you on the next part of your journey, follow along, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.